Hi, thanks so much for being here. Welcome and welcome back. So on this video, I want to talk about how I'm using my daily pages and my Wonderland to just to kind of give you an update on how I'm using the planner overall, I guess. So if you're interested, I hope you stick around. So I have switched a few things in here, just in preparation for our travel, and I'm thinking I am going to bring this with me because we're going to be away for a month. If the travel was for a week, maybe 2 weeks, I will probably just take my companion and my pocket notebook. But since we are going for an entire month, it's a little bit more challenging, I guess, to decide on what to bring and what not to bring. So I would just probably take them all. And if I don't use them, it's fine. But if I feel the urge to use them or check through things, since this is my master planner, then I will have it available. So I will do a video on what it is that I'm taking with me in my travel, if in case you're interested. So keep a lookout for that one. It should be posted soon. But anyways, I just kind of wanted to do a quick flip through and organize a few things here. I did remove the previous month of December, including the dailies and I think I also, well, I still have the tracker in here because it's back to back to the current tracker, which is of January, but this is December tracker and then January. So I will remove this one, I guess, at the end of the day today, since today is the last day of the month. And that's why I'm doing this kind of review with you, just to kind of see what I can move out and clean out, I guess. I did do a little bit of a clean out already. So I removed everything that I had back here, just holding my sticker book in there, because I have been using them again for this month. I want to go ahead and use that for the weeklies. I removed all the memorabilia and stuff that I had in here, just so I can have less stuff in the actual box. So let's just flip through here really quick. I did switch this one for a cardstock instead. The cardstock that was in the back of the planner, I'm holding it right now on the front, just to turn it into my inbox and hold my sticky notes in there. And then I have my finances here in the front. So I did switch that from the original setup and just um, turned it into a one page, 2 pages, I guess, spread, where I'm just having the month at the top and then a column for the entries. And this is all I'm going to be using for finances for now, until I decide how I'm going to be using the finance tracker, which is already in here as well. I'm going to show you in a minute. I did included some titles in here just to kind of have the division sort of. So here I have the 4-year overview, and this is the other tracker that I'm going to be using for finances. I just haven't really wrapped my mind on how to actually use it in a way that is functional for me. Then I just kept 3 months here of content planning, and then I have these ones in the back because they're in the back of the page, but I'm not necessarily using those unless I come up with other ideas that I can plug in. I'll probably do that in pencil just in case. This is my mood board for January, my overview of the goals of January. I already went through them and updated the status of those. And this is the monthly for January. Pretty messy, even though I try to keep it as minimal as possible, but I did add a lot of notes and stuff like that, so that's okay. It's meant to be used anyways. And this is me trying to kind of use the time tracking. I did stick to the plan for the entire month, but honestly, it's not necessarily my favorite overview. It's just not for me. I don't know what it is. I did try, and it looked like by the last 2 weeks of the month, I was getting a hang of it, and actually felt the need of actually following the time when I started the first week on um, February, I guess, although it's not necessarily February yet. Let's just find that in here. So when I started this Monday, 29th, I kind of felt the need to follow the time, and but then I remembered that I wanted to just do like a memory journal entry sort of spread like I did on December. So that's what I'm doing for the month of February, because I don't necessarily want to be tracking my time when I'm on vacation. So, but anyways, this is January, the weeklies. I did share this with you, how I was prepping for the week, and I do have to come up check these notes in here, and yeah. So anyways, that's that. This is the January review, so I'll do that off camera because it takes me some time. These are my trackers that I just showed you, so I just have to finish the last few things this evening, and then I will take this one away, and I will also take the entire month of January off and only keep notes that I have to refer back if I have to do any of that. But I will just review it and then take this whole stash off of here, and then just keep February with me and March, which is yeah, what I will need. So I did include a mood board for February. So this is me just trying to remind myself that it is time to relax and yes, be productive and all that, but also enjoy the travel. And I do have a few goals and mindsets in here or milestones. And then I have my monthly overview. And then this is the weekly. And I did went ahead and preset the entire month of February. That way it's already done for me. I'm thinking I'm going to do the same thing for March. In that way, I don't have to actually go through the setup. But I just don't know how I'm going to use it. If I'm going to be using it as I'm using the February weeklies, which are it's going to be more journal entries and stuff like that. I have to decide that. But if I do, I will probably just preset it before we leave. So that's that. And then it takes me to the dailies, which I have decided to use a little different than expected. I started using them as I was using them on my cousin, which was a page per day with my to-dos on one side and then the entries for the day, and then just use the entire page for the day. But since I'm using my pocket notebook for my to-dos, I am removing that from here, and I'm not necessarily feeling the need of all the doodles and stuff like that. I might go back to that, but for now I'm just using them very different. So what I'm doing is just, first of all, I am adding a cover, and the whole reason I'm doing that is because I want to ensure that when the month is done, I can just grab that stash of papers and take them out. And then in here I'll have a title for February, and I will do the same thing. So I don't want to have them back to back. That way I can just remove a month at a time as I need to. So just to kind of show you how I've been using January, because it's the same thing I'm thinking I'm going to do for February. So again, I did a title there, and then I just started with the date. So January 1st, an entry, a quick entry. This day, I just did a reflection for today, and that was it. There's no to-dos or anything. The next day, I did a quick reflection, and then I did edit to-dos, and that was it. Then the next day, January 3rd, a reflection, a quick note about the common planner that I received that day, and then some to-dos, a reflection or entry for the end of the day. The next day, January 4th, entry right here, a reflection and a few to-dos. And in this, you'll see that it changes a little because the to-dos, I didn't have the pocket notebook here. I just grabbed this one not too long ago, about a week or so ago. So in here, I was actually just following the to-dos in here. So an entry here, to-dos, an entry at the end of the day, the next day goes here. So as you can see, it just kind of flows together. There's no separation between, different pages or anything like that. It just goes wherever I was done last. That's where I start my next day. So the next day, entry, a few to-dos. The next day here, there's a journal entry, to-dos, and at the end of the day, and then the next day up here, and it continues to flow like that. And then here I have a little bit more, like a larger space for this particular day. Then there's another day here, and there's 1, 2, 3 days on this page. And then this here is when I got this notebook. So here you'll see that things start to change just a tiny bit. So there's my entry here for actually in here, I didn't have anything. I just had the day up here and then an entry, like a journal entry, memory or a thought. And then that was it. There was no to-dos or anything in there. The next day, same thing here. So January 16th, a journal entry, a thought about the pocket notebook, and that's it. So January 17th, a journal entry, and that's that. 18, a little journal entry, and that's that. In January 19th, another entry, a quick entry in there. So as you can see, there's no to-dos on this particular week. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4 days on this page, and it's just really just to kind of write something about the day so I don't miss the days, if in case I have to or decided to go back through my days and see what happened on that day. So there's Saturday the 20th. Here I did add a few to-dos, just because I wanted to kind of feel the page. And then we got Sunday in here, same thing. So an entry there and a few to-dos or things that I was working on that day. Then here I started to do this a little bit different because I did wanted to have a copy of my to-dos this week. So on Monday, I decided to just go ahead, first of all, and divide the week completely. I even had a space here for next week notes, but as you can see, there's nothing there. So, but anyways, I did the Monday, the date, and then doing, and then a picture for the day. So I was intentionally planning to take a picture each day and just add it to my spreads just to kind of have a visual on what was going on. So that's what I did. So there's Sunday the 28th, and then it takes me to the final week of this, I guess, month-ish, even though we still have 3 days into the next weekly setup. But this is pretty much the final week. Today is the 31st, so I just left this tiny space in here just to kind of do an entry for the day, and that's it. There's not going to be a to-dos in here. I'll probably just add them to the actual weekly. But yeah, this is pretty much what I did. So on Monday, I did a reflection there, a few to-dos, and then talking about the notebook, how it's working for me. Tuesday, reflection here, some to-dos, and an end of the day reflection here. And actually this day was a little longer, so it took me all the way to down here. So all these pages, pictures, and entries are about this particular day. And then the final day, which is Wednesday the 31st, is this one. It's gonna end in here. I might continue on the back because why not? But it depends on how the day goes and stuff like that. I know I have shared before how I use my dailies before. I don't have them here to show you again, but basically I just want to have a quick entry for each day just to kind of have a reminder, some kind of reminder of what it is that I was working on that particular day. But at the end of the day, at the end of the month, I want to be able to remove the stash for that month with the actual weeklies for that month and the monthlies, and just use a little less, I guess. So also, even though we are provided in this particular planner with a page per day, I am using less pages, and then I'm able to use some of the other pages for just random spreads that I want to include every now and then, or if I want to do like a complete spread about a particular event or something like that, I can do that because I will have plenty of them left. So let's just go through here just to get, I'm kind of curious to see how many pages I did use for the month of January, which was 31 days, but I used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 pages. So 8 pages for an entire month. It's not that bad. And I still, as you can see, I still have plenty of information. I have pictures, I have doodles. So I think this is a system that, or a layout that I will continue to try moving forward. I might go back to my original one anyways, but for now this one's working. So, and I wanted to share with you to give you some ideas to using your own daily pages. So hopefully it gives you some ideas, inspiration to set up your own. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on the next one.